I'm Rich Carlson. I've been a resident of Northborough for 37 years. My wife Hilly and I raised our three sons here in Northborough. They were involved in town sports and really had a wonderful experience. And I've also been a business owner for 37 years here in Northborough. And I've had a chance to be exposed to the business community. And when Parker Swan, who was the town moderator, asked me to serve on the Appropriations Committee, I was very, very happy to do so. And I had a much better appreciation for what it's like to be involved in town affairs. My wife and I have also been very active members of St. Rosalima Parish. But today I'm here with Fred George. And Fred, there's an opportunity, I think, for us to talk a little bit about your history and your background in the town of Northborough. I think you've been here a little bit longer than Hillary and I have, but tell me a little bit about your experience in Northborough, being involved in the town, and also why you'd like to be running for town moderator again. You've been in this position for 23 years. I mean, what kind of trends have you seen in the position? And as the town has obviously grown greatly in that time period. So, how has the role of moderator changed as the town has grown?
I think the role hasn't significantly changed. What has happened is that, because we're growing, we have new people coming into town. Many of those people are coming from areas and regions that don't have town meetings and not necessarily understanding the process. So making sure people understand what it is that the town meeting, how it operates, and their particular role in that town meeting
Mhm.
is really key. Trying to do some basic information pieces at the beginning of the meeting so that people who are new to the process, it used to be that we had little index cards that we held up when we voted. We have now moved forward to the electronic approach where each person has a, for better terms, a clicker to be able to vote when the vote comes up. Explaining what that is, how it works, is important because, like I said, many people, this may be their very first town meeting, and the need to understand. There's also the other end of the spectrum where there are people who have gone to every town meeting for the past 35, 40 years, and uh, and they understand that as well. Many people believe that there's a specific recipe for how a town meeting is run, and many people refer to Robert's rules as being the basics. And fortunately or unfortunately, we don't use Robert's rules. Um, Years ago, the Massachusetts Moderators Association designated a team of individuals to put together a guideline, a book,
Mhm.
okay, and it's called Town Meeting Time. And town meeting time really does address all of the issues, what the vote should be, whether it's a simple majority, a two-thirds, a nine-tenths vote, and making sure that that's there. We haven't had an opportunity to educate every individual who comes to town meeting, but we do, or at least I try to, before every vote, let people know what the vote should be
Mhm.
and why it should be that as far as what's going on. So those are some of the basic fundamentals. Also, other roles, the select board is, as I said before, is very much involved in putting together the warrant, but also attending the town meeting and helping people understand a bit about their process as far as their rulings and decisions. And I tried to ask the select board, the appropriations committee, as well as the capital appropriations committee as well, asking them what their vote was on that, so that there's some sort of recommendation coming from that board and those committees, and people aren't just saying, well, what should we do? The last thing is that I would not be able to be in front of everyone in the town meeting without the assistance of my deputy. The deputy moderator, and it's been Jerry Hickman
Mhm.
for years, is very good. He really keeps things going as far as if we have a time allotment for people being on the floor, he keeps track of that. He makes sure that if I don't do something the way it should be done, he will gently remind me of what it was that I should have been doing. So he truly is. We are a team. He truly is, a person that is working behind the scenes all the time. But we wouldn't have a good town meeting without him being there. Hello, my name is Fred George, and I'm a candidate for town moderator in Northborough, Massachusetts. I've had the opportunity to explain a lot of my history as far as how I got started in the area of local politics and government. And I've also talked a little bit about my feelings about making sure that each and every member of the community that attends town meeting will have the opportunity to hear and be heard. It's important for me that we have accountability and we're able to have accountability with the people in town, but also some accountability at the state level as well, and extremely important. My style of town meeting is to make sure that we are very thorough in talking about where we are, what we're doing, and what the results of our vote will be. And I try to do informational conversation with people before the town meeting, talking about the fact that we may not always agree, but we are a community and we're neighbors, and we will be neighbors and a community after town meeting as well. So it's important to be understanding of individuals who don't necessarily think exactly the same way we think. I've had the pleasure of living in this town for over 43 years. I've had the opportunity to learn how Northborough has changed over those 43 years. And for me, the most important aspect of it is making sure that we welcome new people to our community and allow them to be involved and understand this unique form of government that is town meeting, where they may have come from areas where that didn't exist. As town moderator, I think it's extremely important that every individual has that opportunity to learn and participate. And my feeling is that I can help with that by informing people and listening to people and better understanding what their particular questions and needs are. I ask when it comes time for a vote here in town that you consider me as a viable and strong candidate for the role of town moderator. I'm asking for your vote, and I'm asking you to get out and vote. Thank you